Hey there, welcome to Zed's Crochet. So today's tutorial is going to be about these crochet long sleeves. The stitch is kind of meshy, flowery, and you can make it long enough to be a top or short enough to be just sleeves, like the way I made them look. So if you haven't subscribed, please do not forget to subscribe for more amazing crochet videos, and you can also check out my channel for more crochet tutorials. So to begin, you're going to have two of these short ones. These are like the front panel and the back panel, and then you're going to need two of these long ones, and these are going to be the sleeves, and these are going to be the ones on the chest, and this one for the sleeves. So to measure, this is coming up to half of my bust, which is around 17 inches, and I hope you also make yours half of your bust for both front and back panel, and this is coming to up to around 25 inches. So just measure how long your arms are and you make it as long as that. In width, the front and back panel is going to measure around 7 inches long and 17 inches wide if you have a bust of 35 or 34. And then for the sleeves, I measured around my arm and it was 9, but then I made one that can stretch up to around 11. So you're going to be using a 4.0mm hook, and then these stitch markers, two of them, and then my yarn is so small, so I'm going to be using double strand. So to make the front and back panel, the work is begun from down going up. You can see same applies for the sleeves. It's begun from the smaller part going upwards. That's how it's formed. I hope that makes sense. So to begin, you're going to make a slip knot, and after making a slip knot, you're going to make a chain of 31. That's if you want your length to be short like mine. Remember, we are beginning by making the front and back panel, and then the sleeves will be made later on. So you're going to be chaining in multiples of 10 plus 7. So after making a chain of 31, you'll be adding on another 6 chains, and then I'll be showing you what to do after. If you want your top longer, do not hesitate, but for this length it's just okay. Then we shall build onto it to make it wide enough to accommodate our bust. So after these 31 chains, mark it off the 31st and then add on a chain of 6. After adding on a chain of 6, remember now this is row 1. You're going to make a triple crochet, so yarn over twice, and after yarning over twice, you're going to place a triple crochet into that chain that you marked off, or you could simply count and go into the 7th chain from the hook with a triple crochet. And after this will be counting as a triple crochet V stitch. After that, make a chain of 3, 1, 2 and 3. This counts as a chain, triple crochet, chain to triple crochet. So after, you can insert your stitch marker to mark that part off, because we are going to be working into it on our return row. After making a chain of 3, you're going to count 1, chain 2, 3, 4, and go into the 5th chain with a single crochet. After the single crochet, you're going to make a chain of 3 again, and now prepare for a triple crochet. Again, count of 5. Those are 4. Go into the 5th chain with a triple crochet. We are going to be placing a triple crochet V stitch here. So this is the triple crochet. Now chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Place another triple crochet into that same stitch. After that, you're going to make a chain of 3, skip the next 4 stitches and go into the 5th chain with a single crochet. make a chain of 3 and prepare for a treble crochet again. Count of 4 chains and go into the 5th chain again with a treble crochet V-stitch. And the treble crochet V-stitches that are in the middle of our work, get a chain of 5. So after that treble crochet, make a chain of 5 and then place another treble crochet into that same chain. Make a chain of 3. Remember, we're still working on row 1, so just repeat the same thing. Count of 4 chains and go into the 5th chain with a single crochet. Make a chain of 3. Prepare for a treble crochet. Count into the last stitch, which is also the 5th chain. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Go into that last chain on row 1 with a treble crochet V-stitch. Now here it's going to change a little. So this is 1 treble crochet, and now you need to understand that the treble crochets at the end get only a chain of 2. Same applies to this side. It was a treble crochet, chain 2, treble crochet, and then the ones in the middle were getting 5, chain of 5. So since it's at the end, you're going to only chain 2 and then place another treble crochet into that same last chain. For row 2, you're going to make a chain of 1, and this chain 1 counts as a single crochet. So you're going to grab your stitch marker and you're going to mark that chain 1 off. It's over there. You're going to place your stitch marker into it. I'll be showing you how we're going to be working into it when we are returning. So after that, remember we started row 2. After chaining 1, turn your work. This counts as a single crochet, so you're going to make a chain of 3. And after making a chain of 3, you're going to skip all these stitches and go into that single crochet stitch on top of that single crochet stitch with a V-stitch. And as I told you, the V-stitches in the middle, get a treble crochet, chain 5. After chaining 5, place another treble crochet into that same single crochet stitch. After that, you're going to make a chain of 3 and you're going to come into this chain 5 space. Remember, like on top of the previous V-stitch, go on top of that chain 5 space with a single crochet. After make a chain of 3, prepare for a treble crochet, and you're going to place a V-stitch treble crochet into that single crochet, another single crochet on top of that chain 5 space. So after your chain of 3, you're going to come here, this single crochet space, with a treble crochet V-stitch, chain 5, place another triple crochet into that same single crochet stitch. After that, make a chain of 3 and place your single crochet on top of that chain 5 space or onto the previous treble crochet V stitch. So treble crochet into that single crochet again after chaining 3, of course. Make a chain of 5 and now place another treble crochet into that same stitch, single crochet stitch. Make a chain of 3. Now we have space. The only space remaining is the space with our stitch marker. We are just going to single crochet into that space, and now this is the end of row 2. We started with a single crochet and ended with a single crochet. Remember, the chain 1 counted as a single crochet here at the beginning of row 2, and we have ended with a single crochet. So for row 3, we are going to be repeating row 1, chain 6, turn your work. Now this is row 3. So this counts as a treble crochet and chain 2, because I told you the V stitches at the end of the row and at the beginning of the row get only a chain of 2. So go into that same space with a treble crochet again. So this makes our treble crochet V stitch. Place your stitch marker into that space, make a chain of 3. Remember, we are repeating row 1. Go on top of that, chain 5 with a single crochet, make a chain of 3 again, prepare for a treble crochet. Go on top of that, single crochet with a treble crochet V stitch, chain 5, place a treble crochet, chain 5, place another treble crochet. That's how you make a treble crochet V stitch in the middle. The ones in the middle do get chain 5, and the ones at the end and at the beginning of the row get only a chain of 2. Place your single crochet on top of the chain 5. Now you're going to be placing a treble crochet V stitch on top of that single crochet, and you're going to be repeating this up to the end of the row. Have something that looks like this. Now you're going to place your single crochet on top of that chain 5. After, you're going to make a chain of 3, not 5. Now we are going to be placing our last V stitch where we placed our stitch marker. Remember that chain 1, I told you it counts as a single crochet. So take off your stitch marker and prepare for a V stitch. So place your first V stitch, and as I told you, the V stitches at the end, at the beginning of the row, get only a chain of 2. So chain 2 and place another treble crochet. So for row 4, you're going to chain 1, place your stitch marker, and turn your work. So you're going to keep repeating row 1 and 2 until you come up with a length that is enough to cover half of your bust. If your bust is around 37, please make it a chain of 17 and just do accordingly. So measure your bust and make this long enough to cover half of your bust, because remember, you're going to need 2. So if they are 2 joined together, that means they're equal to the length of your bust. So keep repeating row 1 and 2 like I've shown you until you come up with half of your bust. It will continue like building up. So this is what I came up with. These are my 2 pieces, and they are measuring 17 inches each wide and 7 inches long. So you are going to need 2 of these, then make the sleeves. For the sleeves, they are a bit wider because I used a chain of 41. I chained 41 plus 6, and remember, for the back and front part, no, I only made the chain of 31 plus 6. So instead of measuring from the wrist, please remember to measure your inches from the upper arm next to your shoulders. So for my case, I made this, and they measure around 10 inches and 25 inches long. So you're going to need 2 of these, and these are the sleeves. So I'm going to show you how to join this to make the front and the back panel. I'll show you how to join the front and the back panel whilst leaving the neckline. So I'm going to count 4 boxes, do the same thing this side, count of 4 boxes, and I'm going to place my stitch marker. So go on the on the left side and do the same, count of 4 boxes, 2, 3, and 4. Here, same thing, count of 4 boxes, and place my stitch marker. Or you could simply identify how long you want to go in to the top and just join together that selected part. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to be joining my work together. So to join, I'm going to grab the front or back panel. They are the same, so you just decide which one you want to have from the front or the back. So attach your panel from the first box, I should say, because remember we are counting 4 boxes from the outside going into the inside from the right, and then from the left you count 4 boxes from the outside going inside into the top. So the middle space we leave is going to be for only the neck. So go into the first box, same thing here, and you're going to single crochet, then chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, come to the second box here and single crochet, chain 3, go to the second box the other side and single crochet, chain 3, come to the third box this side. So you have chain 3 boxes this side, so chain 3, go into the third box the other side, chain 3, go into the fourth box this side. Remember we placed our stitch marker into the fourth box, so go into it with a single crochet after chain 3 and go into the fourth box on the back side. So you're done joining this space. Make a chain of 1, cut your yarn and pull out the loop. So you're done joining the right side. It does not show so much, and that's our aim. So I'm going to be repeating. There's no wrong or right side for this pattern actually, because it's just the same thing. We are going to be attaching our sleeves there when we are done joining the left part. So come to the left part and join it too. You're going to join it the same way I've joined the other part. So attach your yarn and join the 4 boxes inwards. So this is what I have. I'm done joining, and if you want to know, I went in 3.5 inches in on the left and 3.5 inches in on the right, leaving out around 7.5 or 8 inches for the neck opening. So the neck opening is that long, 7.5 to 8. And now I'm going to be showing you how to join the sleeves. It's really easy to join the sleeves. We are just going to repeat the same pattern like the one we've used to join the shoulder part, the back and front panel of our sleeves. So now this is sleeve 1. You're going to attach your yarn like we did the other side, and after touching your yarn you can make a chain, or first make a single crochet to make sure that it's tightened in place, then make a chain of 3, go the other side, identify the same box and place your single crochet into that box, make a chain of 3, go to box number 2 this side, single crochet, make a chain of 3, identify box number 2 on the other side, single crochet into it, make a chain of 3, identify box number 3 this side. We've worked into this box, so go into the next box. So you're going to keep doing this up until when you're done joining your whole sleeve together. So we are coming to the end of our sleeve. Remember we are still joining, so come into the next box here, chain 3, go into the last box on the other side, and if you want you can come into this side or just in there, chain 1 and cut off your yarn. So after cutting off your yarn, pull up your loop. As I told you, there is no wrong or right side for this stitch, so you can just leave it the way it is or choose to turn it inside out. It's really up to you. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to repeat the same thing you have done onto this sleeve, onto the other sleeve. So join this sleeve too, and then I'll meet you when it's time to join it onto the front and back panel. So here we are. This part is a bit complicated, but just you are going to figure it out as you work it out. So I'm going to identify the part where I joined it. I want it to be under, and I'm going to join it onto my front and back panel in that format. You can see the front and back panel are not joined in the sides, so identify the top part on the front and back panel, and then identify the front part, the upper part actually, on the sleeves, and attach your yarn there. This is where we are going to begin joining from, because we want our work to be equally distributed, I should say. So this joining part is a bit complicated, and if there's anything you do not understand, just leave it in the comment section down below, and I'll try my best to get back to you. So after attaching your yarn, we are going to begin attaching the sleeve. We are going to be using the same pattern of chain 3 and attaching the box. So you can see the front and back panel have more boxes than the sleeves. So this is what we are going to do. You're going to make a chain of 3, come to the box on the front panel, make a single crochet, chain 3, come to the box on the sleeve, single crochet, chain 3, come to the box on the front panel, single crochet into the front panel box. And now after chaining 3, you're going to single crochet into that treble crochet stitch and not into the next box. So make a chain of 3 and come and single crochet into the next box on the front panel, chain 3, single crochet into the next box on the sleeve, chain 3, single crochet onto the next box on the front panel, chain 3, single crochet into the next treble crochet stitch on the sleeves. So this is how we distribute our stitches, because the front panel has more boxes than the ones on the sleeves. So on the sleeves, you're going to be single crocheting into both the box and the single crochet stitches, and then on the front and back panel, you're only going to be single crocheting into the boxes. So we are done joining on the front part of the sleeve. Now we are joining the back part of the sleeve. You're going to grab the other part and just make it go around. So remember how we started. Now the sleeve is the one coming first, and then the back panel coming second. Before it was the front panel coming first, then the sleeve coming second. Now it's the sleeve coming first and then the back panel coming second. And when you're done, you repeat this pattern until you come to the point where you started from. And when you're done, you'll simply make a chain and cut your yarn. So we are done, make a chain and cut your yarn. So now after pulling up the loop, you're going to be repeating the same process onto the other side. So repeat this same thing. You can see we have nothing left to join on the front and back panel. It's all sorted out. So after that, I'm going to be repeating the same process here of attaching my sleeve. So here we are done attaching both sleeves, and now the remaining part is for us to weave in the ends and cut off the excess yarn. So I'm going to show you just a bit of how to do this, and then your sleeves will be done. and ready to wear. So just grab your darning needle and weave in your ends, and after weaving in your ends you can simply cut off your yarn, and you're going to do this for each and every excess yarn that's showing on top. So your sleeves are done. Just a reminder, if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe for more crochet tutorials, and you can also give it a thumbs up. So thank you for watching and happy crocheting.